Hi, welcome to Mindful Trading. Today we'll review break and retest of a trend line and break and retest of support and resistance. All right, today we're going to focus on AUD-JPY. So this is called AJ for short. And this pair moves, I'm finding that it moves during the evenings. So this may be a good pair for some people who may work during the day or have other responsibilities during the day and want to focus on the charts in the evening. So AJ is a good pair for that. And what I've noticed here on the 1 hour time frame is that there is a good example of a break and retest of a trend line. So far in this series of videos, we've talked about how to find TradingView, how to open a practice account, and I'll have a link to these videos below, and how to find our levels on the 1 hour time frame and the 15-minute time frame, and also how to find a break and retest on a trend line and support and resistance, and then also the 3-bar reversal. So we've talked about those main points so far in our journey. I'll have some links to those videos below so you can go back and watch them if you haven't already, or even review them. But here is AJ on the 1 hour time frame, and we have drawn our trend line here. We started here, and we've drawn it to end down here. And we can see that we've had 3 touches, 1, 2, and this can count as a third one. And then we see that price broke this 1 hour trend line. We'll go ahead and make this orange to remind us that this is on the 1 hour time frame. So it has come up to break this 1 hour trend line, and it has retested this trend line here and then continued upward right there. All right. And so this is a nice example of a break and retest to the upside. So a break to the upside, a retest of the trend line, and continued price action upward. So what we'll do is use our path tool as we have before. Since we are studying, we want to mark this area. We can see that price was coming down, and then it went up and broke our trend line here and came down and retested this trend line and is continuing to the upside. All right, we'll make that orange. All right, and so there we go. And so if we had been aware of this at 6 a.m. this morning, we could have noticed this nice buy candle. This is a nice buy signal. It's a hammer, and it's bouncing off of our trend line, and then we could have taken a buy to the upside. All right, and so we could also add some notes here with our text box. This is an example of a trend line break and retest. To the upside. All right, and I think the last example we went over was for the downside. All right, we can also notice an example of a break and retest of support and resistance. Remember that we use the horizontal ray tool for this. So that's what I've done here. And I've also labeled it over here. I know that orange is for our 1 hour, but you can also label your horizontal ray. For instance, if you click on it, we could probably add another one here as an area of resistance and support. Then there's going to be an opportunity for you to, if you click on this cogwheel, to enter some text. So we could click on the text button, and you could put in 1 hour. You can do it that way. And I'd like for this to be in the middle of our line, which is what I have here. That's where the text alignment is, and on the right-hand side. Okay, so there are other options too if you want to put it on the top or the middle or the bottom of the line, or on the right, left, or center, but I'm going to choose the middle right and click OK. And there you go. And there it is. There's my 1 hour. All right. And so we can see here that price, if we use our path tool, we can see that price broke through this support area, bounced here, went back up here, and retested what is now resistance and continued downward. Okay. All right, and so we could add here that this is an example of a support resistance area break and retest. All right, and so this will help us as we continue to practice and study. Well, I hope that you've learned something today. If you would like some help in your trading journey, be sure to email me and I'll be happy to work with you. I've been a teacher for over 30 years working with young people and also adults. I provide clear, detailed instructions, and I can also help you in terms of making sure that I am modifying my teaching in a way that you would understand best. I can determine what kind of learner you are, whether it's auditory or visual or kinesthetic, and help you with sort of self-regulation, that we'll call it, or self-discipline. Some people get really excited, when they're trading, and they might jump into a trade. For instance, maybe they didn't wait for the end of their 3-bar reversal. So there are some things that we can do, little tricks and tips that you learn in the classroom that can be applied to this area as well, that will help you to learn best, and then also to maintain your consistency. So self-discipline is required. Self-regulation is required. Okay, and so we can talk about those things too as we are creating a plan for you and your trading. So knowing the signals and learning strategies is all great, but what it really boils down to is being able to manage your risk and being able to manage yourself. Okay? All right, so thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.